YouTube done. Welcome everybody to the fabulous podcast. I, of course, am the Grand Blue, the grandest of the blues, bringing you the latest in entertainment news, and that's what I'm going to bring you tonight. And of course, I have with me the lovely Connor. We have Yami Owen.
Shemai everyone, how's everyone doing?
We have Retro Knight.
What's going on, guys? We are Retro Knight here, your Oreo gamer, coming at you with this Talking and Chilling podcast.
And of course, last but not least, the fabulous Mr. Sparkles, Chris, my man.
Mr. Sparkles, what? Fabulous Sparkles.
Fabulous.
I love it.
Wait 1 second, I'm just gonna change my name on YouTube to Fabulous Sparkles.
It's fabulous. He can shoot. See, for those of you who are unaware, we're huge fans of My Hero Academia, and Chris has discovered that his amazing quirk is shooting a beam of sparkly light out of his dick.
Stop twinkling!
We call it the crotch cannon. He's locked and loaded for your pleasure.
I thought you were going to say the one-eyed laser snake.
Wow.
Can I just point out that I've linked this video on my Facebook, and now I'm going to be mortified if my grandfather clicks on this and the first thing he sees.
Well, you should have told us to be on our best behavior.
I the guy won't even clicks on it. I just do it so no one can turn around and say, hey, you're not promoting it.
Whatever. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about all kinds of fabulous things. We have premieres, we have predictions, we have video games to talk about, we have a Nintendo Direct to review. We have so much to do tonight, it is insane. Unfortunately, Braxton is not with us tonight. Again, he's doing something in Wonderland. We don't know what, assuming something to do with a rabbit. But until he returns, we are fully capable, for the most part, of talking about these fabulous things. So, without further ado, let's jump right in to a review of a fabulous premiere. The last thing that premiered was the South Park Season 21.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. So, as a brief warning before we get into the podcast and into the nitty-gritty, spoiler alert. We cannot stress the alert of spoilers we are giving you. Spoiler alert. Alert of spoilers. Now, if you didn't get that, that's me alerting you that there are spoilers in this video. Now, let's move on. Episode 1 of Season 21, as you may expect, takes right off of where we left off our last season. Mr. Garrison, aka the Giant Douche, has won the presidency and is the president.
He looks like Donald Trump.
He looks fabulously like
Nudge, wink, wink.
he loves fabulously like Donald Trump. No, I don't think Trump has tweeted anything about the first episode of South Park yet. Yet.
He must be laughing his ass off.
Oh, he's gonna tweet it. He's gonna tweet something. You know he is. But you know what? We're not here to talk about that. We are here. We are here to talk about some. We're here to talk about Alexa. The Amazon and Hey Google devices have finally made it to South Park. And the show literally opens up to remind you guys we are still childish people. And the writers of the show, the creators of the show are still childish. You know, after dealing with so much serious crap, they just need to take a moment. Just, down, Fido! Down, Fido!
Sorry, that's Gav messaging me. Bad Gav.
But yes, the creators of South Park need to remind us after the member berries, after the election, after Denmark Ultimate Rickroll Troll. They need to remind us that the people of South Park are childish people. It literally opens up with Cartman, Kyle, and all of the kids of South Park just telling Alexa, add hairy balls to my grocery list. Okay, I will add hairy balls to your grocery list. And then they're just dying laughing at this. That's how the episode opens up. No segue, no recap for like a second. No, we're going to throw you into the most childish thing we can think of. Just hairy balls and chips. We're going to throw you in there. We're going to throw you head first. And, you know, Carmen's still having a blast. And Cartman is still in a relationship with, what's her face? I don't know her name. I don't really care about her. The girl who decided to date Cartman. I don't know her name. Owen, do you know her name?
I think it was Emma or Kate or something like that.
I have no idea. I really didn't care about her. She has left no impression on me.
Not like Wendy.
Wendy leaves an impression. She does. She leaves an impression. And the weird thing is, like, this girl is at least a plot point. But you think I care more? I highly doubt she's not gonna, like, at the end of the episode, her and Carmen break up, and Carmen makes it seem like he's the victim, of course. But, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she came back for some reason or another, maybe, you know, so we're not done with her, so I guess I should learn her name. I guess, I don't know. I don't really care enough. If she comes back, I'll learn it. Right now, she's just gonna be dumb bitch in the corner, crying her eyes out over Carmen of all people. But yeah, and Randy Marsh is doing a home improvement show with his wife. I don't know how he roped her into doing it. No idea. Drugs were clearly involved. But yeah, he's doing a home improvement show for the people of South Park. And mainly what he's doing is he literally says the same thing every time. Is we're gonna take out this main wall here, and we're going to open up the entire room for more space. We're gonna open it up. You know, he says the same thing to every home improvement job. That is his only plan ever. Which you later find out is a metaphor. It is a metaphor for keeping an open mind as the world is changing. And they, of course, use the best people to emphasize this metaphor. It's your old friends drinking at the bar. It's the rednecks. They're back. I missed them, honestly. Like, I didn't miss them a lot, but like I'm glad they came back. Like, I missed them enough. So what are they angry about this time? Well, they're angry that the Siri, Hey Google, and Alexa are taking their jobs. It's like, you know, robots are replacing the hard workers who are like professional assistants and truck drivers, with automated cars and all that stuff. And so they're like, they're waving Confederate flags everywhere. They're having a ball, rednecks, and this is annoying Randy because he's trying to. It's literally he's filming a home improvement show, but we see. I want to make this very clear. We see no cameras. There are no cameras. There is no crew. This is all this is all in his head. He's having some kind of breakdown. I'm assuming, because there's no cameras. There's none. There are no cameras. None of it. So I'm assuming he's having a mental breakdown. So now he's breaking down literal walls to get some answers. But yeah, so what they do is they take all the Alexas and all the Hey Googles and they throw them away and replace them with the rednecks. It is quite a sight. They'll go like, hey Chuck, play honky tonk. And then he plays honky tonk on a guitar. Just like, honky tonk, but don't like, it is quite hilarious. And of course, the leader of they took our jobs is not having none of it because he thinks it's a stupid job. He especially hates Randy's whole home improvement because he doesn't think that a straight man should be doing home improvement shows. I'm assuming that's why he's upset. So then Randy, emphasizes the metaphor that you need to keep it. We're going to break down these walls that you have on society and open your mind. Which is a good metaphor for our first episode. It's not a bad first episode. It's not a bad one. What? Do we even see Garrison?
No.
We haven't even seen Garrison yet. He's coming, I'm sure. He's going to be coming around here soon. I have no doubt that Garrison's going to make an appearance. I have none. Without a doubt, he's going to show up with the Member Berry crew. People are not liking stuff that South Park's been doing. Not in terms of plot, not in terms of like what they're doing, like what the things they're tackling, like PC Principal. They love him, they love most of it, but the people are complaining about how the story is going, and how instead of it being a different kind of episode each time, we have a carryover plot.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against it. Is my voice not working?
No, it's working.
Yeah, working.
Just lagging robotic-y a bit.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto!
Domo.
Cricket noises.
Okay. Well, I have no means of fixing it. Does it sound better now all of a sudden?
News.
Okay. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna try something. Technical issue. Okay, how's it sounding now?
Sounding a bit better this time.
Alright, that's good. Alright, so I changed up the mic.
Yeah, you're just a bit quieter there, but apart from that, you're perfect.
Just a little quieter, nothing else?
Not really, no.
Alright, yeah, I can handle quiet.
I can handle quite cuts out.
Yeah. Okay, we good?
Yeah, just about.
Alright, good. Yeah, no, it's just a little quiet. I'm fine with quiet. It's a different mic. It's a little further from my face, but it's fine. Where was I? Right. People are having a problem with the carryover plot. And I can see the problem. I see that as a problem too. Because I did enjoy how it used to be. And the show itself has made fun of this. Kyle made a huge speech. You know, they literally, there's an episode where they talk to Kyle about how he needs to stop doing those stupid speeches, which is, usually the scapegoat that the writers usually use to wrap up an episode that would usually take on too long. Kyle does some stupid speech that wraps things up in cliche fashion. But now Kyle is being prevented from doing it because it's getting annoying to the people of South Park. So now they've had to change up their whole dynamic of how they do episodes. And I think the reason they're doing this is because they're trying to end it. I think they're trying to end South Park, and the best way they can think of to do it is via give us a plot that you can end. Because South Park is a show thus far that literally you could stop showing it and then start it up in 2 years, and nothing would be affected.
Oh, they're hitting the plot ready for the new South Park game.
That is true. They are building the plot for the new South Park game, which is great. Which is great. They also had writing issues because they kind of jumped the gun on a plot. They did not think Trump was going to win, but when they did, they had to rewrite the entire kind of show dynamic to fit it, and now they're kind of stuck in a loop. So we might be stuck with this for a while. I don't know. I'm sure they're just finding a way to get things back to normal before they can set things into their normal routine. So they're probably going to find a way to get Mr. Garrison fixed or something out of his plot point that he is. Once we get rid of the member berries, I think we'll have our old South Park. I think. Because the member berries were supposed to end really quick, but unfortunately, because of Trump winning, they had to keep them in, so we had a reason for stuff. They kind of used the member berries as a plot point, and it kind of spiraled as it went on. To give reason for all this other stuff to happen. But yes, let's talk about, since we have done the review of the first episode of South Park, which, as we all know, is leading up to the October 9th. The 9th? Okay, the October 9th, which will be the official release of the South Park Fractured Butthole, which means that this season is leading up to it. Which is great. It is great that it is leading up to it, which means that we need to pay attention to everything. Everything you need to pay attention to. Because eventually it'll pop up. It will pop up, even from seasons 19 and 20. I've noticed in gameplays, there's pictures of Tweak and Clyde everywhere. Which is hilarious. It's in bathrooms and stuff. So what do we think is going to be the plot? What do we think? Because they got to lead up to the Fractured Butthole, so we definitely have the Coon and Friends. So we got to get from Coon and Friends to the Fractured Butthole plot, which, as we know, is the team has split up because they have different ideas for a franchise, for the cinematic franchise of the Coon and Friends. So, any predictions on 1 hour Fractured Butthole episode? What is the episode that will fracture the butthole?
PC.
No idea.
Okay, Retro. What was that?
Political correct. PC Principle.
Possibly PC Principle. I don't think so, because PC Principle is a very strong point in the game. From what they've made us believe, that Cartman's gonna enlist PC Principle to do something.
I wonder how.
Wait, whose team is Token on?
I can't remember now. think he's in comments.
Oh no. That's it. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. Cartman's team is the only one with a minority.
Ooh.
Mysterion is an all-white male superhero team.
But they have a cripple.
They do have Jimmy.
They have Jimmy
No.
and Timmy.
No, they don't. No, they only have Timmy. Jimmy is on Cartman's team. Yeah, he's on Cartman's team. They split them up, which is weird, in my opinion. But yeah, no, it's very clear that Cartman's team is DC and Mysterion's team is Marvel. They make that very clear with characters like Timmy, who is pretty much Professor X, and Jimmy is the Flash, which you make your jokes about that as many times as you want. But yeah, no. But in all fairness, I believe that's why PC Principal would come into the fray, is because Mysterion has an all-white male team. He has an all-white male team, and like, I don't think PC Principal is going to be happy about that. Because if you also remember, we also have a female superhero that does not have a team yet. Wendy has a superhero alter ego.
Is it Call Girl?
It's Call Girl.
Fuck.
I don't think she has a team, but you know, she doesn't have a team. She's kind of solo in all this. There's apparently more heroes that we just haven't seen yet. You know, which I'm super excited to see who else turns out to be a superhero. Call Girl, I like Call Girl. I don't know who Call Girl is supposed to be parodying, though. Most of the characters, you can probably tell who they parody. You know, most of them. I think Kyle's just being his own thing. Kite Man? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, no, the Friendship Bundle is going to have an interesting plot. I can't wait for the game. I can't wait for it. And we're not sponsored by them. I want to make this very clear. We are not sponsored by Ubisoft. But we would like to encourage people to go pre-order the Fractured Butthole so that you will have free access to the Stick of Truth in case you haven't played it, so you're not completely lost when the game comes out, because the plots are kind of connected. And also, you will get tally content for the game, which I have no idea what that means. They have said nothing on the tally content that you will receive. Owen, I believe you had a prediction of the tally content.
I'm just guessing it's going to be like a tally t-shirt, something like that.
Yeah. My guess is tally will be used as a cape that might kind of cheer you on in the middle of a battle. You know, just like, don't fight supervillains without a towel. Braxton has made the prediction that he is going to be like a vendor in the game that you can only have through download.
You could be a summon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, now that's interesting, because there are summons in the game. I believe there's a way to get the summon, so you can summon the mighty Hebrew Moses. I believe you can summon him with macaroni art. And I hope some of the other summons kind of carry over to the new game. Like being able to summon the guy from the She-Walk. PC Principal, I hope, is a summon later. I think that would be hilarious. I mean, he already has a hero name. It's PC Principal. His name is just PC Principal. I mean, come on. He's a superhero or a villain if I've ever heard of it. But yeah, no. And there, there was a trailer that was released for this Fractured Butthole that showed Professor Chaos, who has tinfoiled together a mech suit made. It is a Mexican mech suit made of illegal immigrants. He has tinfoiled together illegal Mexican immigrants and dogs to make a mech suit. I wish I could make that up. That's so stupid when you say it out loud. When you see it, you're just like, wow. When you say it out loud, you feel like an idiot. It looks amazing. Just the fact that he can do it. But let's also talk about some other. Let's talk Nintendo before we get to the next premiere. It's Nintendo time, people. And I suppose we should go ahead and start with Owen as he gives us a brief recap of the new information that we've been provided about Pokemon.
Oh yes, the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon was shown at the Pokemon Direct. They were showing little bits and pieces what we already knew, including some new additional Ultra Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the designs were like meh.
Yeah, I wasn't. Considering that they were a wall and a piece of candy, not that impressive. But you know they're Ultra Beasts. So now, if I'm to understand this correctly, Owen.
Yes.
Now you feel free to correct me. Feel free to correct me. But if I'm understanding what I'm seeing, it's possible, maybe, that the Ultra Beasts are able to fuse with certain Pokemon. Since the legendaries are fused with an Ultra Beast, and the game is called Ultra Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
am I safe to assume that it is possible that the Pokemon in our dimension Ultra fuse with an Ultra Beast?
Yeah.
If not the ones from the past game, at least the new ones.
Not the new ones, only that weird Psychic and Rock type one.
Well, I mean, clearly that it can fuse with them, but my prediction is possibly they will have Ultra Beasts that will fuse with other Pokemon. Like, maybe as like a Super Z move in the middle of battle, you can Ultra fuse like certain Pokemon with an Ultra Beast. Like Ice types can Ultra Beast with this Ice type Ultra Beast to make this thing.
I don't know. They never. Michael, I believe the Pokedex itself even said Necrosize and Ultra Beast is just a really weird Pokemon that's related to them.
All right, fair enough.
I could be wrong now.
Yeah,
I didn't play some not much.
The only reason I bring that up is because I love fusion, the idea of fusion Pokemon. Not to mention, the trailer kind of makes me think that it might be possible. Because they definitely have to throw in a new element into the game to make it worth getting. And an Ultra Fusion kind of makes sense. The way they've kind of built it up.
Only ones that are getting the fusion is the main staple, the main box art legendaries. That's it, like they did for Black and White too.
Well, then we at least need some more Alola forms. I think maybe that might make the game a little more worth it.
I don't know, they've shown off some areas just being improved. They've shown off more locations.
The special edition Ash Pikachu.
And the Lycanroc form, which is ugly as fuck.
Honestly, I'm gonna need a little something. I'm going to need something if I'm gonna because I want to be willing to buy this game. I want to be willing to buy the game, but I'm gonna need something. You know, something to kind of push it forward, because, like, I want it. Okay? Nintendo, I'm a blank slate. I'm a fan of your games. I love Sun and Moon. I love playing Sun and Moon. It has great playback value, for the most part. So, give me a reason to want to buy the sequel to your game. Give me a reason. Make it a good one. 'Cause right now, I'm not seeing it. What else was part of the Nintendo Direct? Anyone? Because I know some other games. I know other games, but I'm going to save it for the end.
Kirby.
It was Kirby. Yeah, let's talk Kirby. There was 2 Kirby games that was talked about. There was, of course, Kirby Battle Arena.
Yeah, Battle Royale, actually.
Kirby Battle Royale. For those Super Smash Brothers fans who only played as Kirby, you know who you are, and you know you're a dick. But yes, the Super Smash fans, I'm sure will get a kick out of this game where you can play as only Kirby. You're only Kirby.
Yes,
Only Kirby.
I was going to mention as well, they're actually doing a voting poll, like what's everyone's favorite Kirby ability, basically.
That is good. And I have a few questions that they don't really explain in the trailer. Is how do you pick the Kirby abilities?
Oh, you get I think you get minions basically, and then the minions you use is basically due to the abilities basically.
Okay, because I was just wondering, is there like a character select screen and it's just a bunch of different Kirbys?
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm not against. I would actually enjoy that. Let's go ahead and go around and say our favorite Kirby versions. I'm sure we've all played at least one Kirby game.
Nope.
Really, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single one?
Nope.
You're a failure at life, and I hope you know it.
Aren't you nice?
Only when it comes to Kirby, Chris. Only when it comes to Kirby. Kirby's life. Owen, what's your favorite Kirby?
Sword.
Sword Kirby. Well, Sword Kirby is obviously going to be in the game. They would be an idiot not to put him in there.
But I did have another one from the robot version of Kirby, the adorable Professor Kirby.
The what?
The Professor Kirby, the chemist. Basically, he makes like explosive chemistry.
Okay, actually, that sounds kind of cool.
He looks adorable.
That sounds like a cool Kirby. Retro is currently out and about right now, so he won't be chatting for the moment. I'll go ahead and give off a few of my favorites. Retro, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, favorite Kirby ability?
Kirby movie.
No, Kirby ability.
Ooh, man, there were so many choices. But if I have to pick, it's gotta be the swordsman. Kirby is a swordsman.
Pick another one.
What's that?
Well, we're kind of trying, because they're doing a poll over what's your favorite Kirby ability that you want to see in the new Kirby Battle Royale. So
It's not actually a vote to have what moves in the game's basically all-time favorite Kirby ability, basically.
True, but I mean, I would doubt that they wouldn't listen.
Is this Nintendo?
Fair enough. You make a good point, Chris. But, you know, what's an ability that you hope is in the game? That you might think, well, I mean, like, forms like Ice, Fire, Electric, and Sword are obviously going to be in the game. But what's a form of Kirby that you really hope makes it in?
Okay, wait, it was one. It was. I wonder what's the name of it, but what involved with Kirby with the mic.
Mike Kirby. Okay, yeah, sing Kirby.
Haha, yeah, I love that one.
Okay, so, I love that ability as well. However, I really don't. I don't. If they put him in there, they have to implement the moves so that it could be in a combat state. Because if I remember, Mike Kirby is a clearer. Like he's one of those abilities that literally just clears the room. You know, it's like Cook, Bomb, and Mike Kirby. Those three Kirbys are specially designed to clear the stage, so you don't have to deal with as many enemies.
But they can also like nerf it a little bit and just make it like you gotta be at a certain distance for you to get hit with it.
They can nerf it and just make it like a Sonic Scream kind of Kirby or something, which I hope they do because my Kirby is really interesting. One of my favorite abilities is Wheel Kirby.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one.
I love Wheel Kirby. I love getting the Wheel Kirby. Whenever I get it, I just love just running around the stage. It's just so much fun. I love Wheel Kirby. Another favorite of mine is dang it, what was it? Crap, I just had it. Dang it. Now I'm disappointed in myself. I had one. Oh wait. It's Mike. I think I was thinking of Mike, but now I can't say it. Darn it. I haven't seen any of the newer abilities in the Kirby robot thing, so I don't know if there's any new abilities that I don't know about. Or just have never heard of them, so I don't know to mention them. There was Parrot Bird Kirby, I think, once. I hope that doesn't make the cut because that is a stupid, stupid Kirby. If they're going around nerfing abilities like Retro is hoping for with Mike Kirby, I kind of want them to find a way to make Cook Kirby more combat accessible.
Cook Kirby?
Yeah, Cook Kirby. I always did enjoy him.
I'm guessing you used to use that Final Smash move in Smash Bros. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Okay, strip up Brawl trailer where it's like them showing off their final smashes and all, and you have like Link and Mario acting up call, and next you see Kirby with the chef's hat and Mario just burning. It's like da 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 da, like all dramatically.
Then the people playing the game was served spaghetti and meatballs. By Kirby, we don't know where it came from. It just appeared after the game. You don't think? No. He eats it and starts shooting fire. No! But another Kirby game to talk about is Pokemon. Dang it, I keep doing that. Kirby All-Star? Is that it? Is that what it's called? All-Star?
Yeah.
Okay, Kirby All-Star. This game looks great. Like, it really looks good, and I am very excited. I can't wait to see I hope they bring in some new Kirbys. There's definitely... What am I telling you? There's fusion abilities. There's fusion abilities. I can't wait to test them all. You like combine the different elements with the sword Kirby, which I'm sure Owen's gonna have a blast with.
What about the Bomb Kirby?
Bomb Kirby, I can't wait. I loved Bomb Kirby. Playing as Bomb Kirby, I would always be a jerkwad with him. Literally, I would spend at least 2 minutes just dropping bombs in front of me just so I could see how many I would have.
Jeez.
Because at the time I didn't know that it was infinite. So.
Do you prefer Needle Kirby?
I have not seen Needle Kirby in a long time.
They could bring it back.
I hope they bring him back, and so we can combine it with Spark Kirby, which is always fun to play with. Spark Kirby. But yeah, no, being able to combine powers is really cool, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited to test the limits that they have given you with all of that, and I'm very interested to see the bosses, because the bosses look like they've been amped up a bit. For those of you who have not seen the trailer for Kirby All-Star, um, King Dedede. King Dedede.
You
God
even lift, bro.
damn, King Dedede. That dude. See, he saw the robot game, and he was like, "Was King Dedede in that game?"
No, I don't think so.
See, that's what happened. That's what happened. King Dedede saw that game. It was just like, for real? Okay, so you don't think I'm good enough to fight robots? No, it's all right. It's because I'm fat, right? Well, you gonna fat shame me no more. You need to stop. They think the people actually fat shamed King Dedede by not putting him in the game. So now King Dedede got all swole. Like this dude, he went to the gym and he worked out all day yesterday. Right before the direct, he just worked all day. He worked out all day. Whole 24 hours. It was amazing. And he just, damn. I'm trying to find a picture online right now so I can just show you guys how freaking jacked he is right now. It's insane. What happened to him? I have absolutely no idea. I want to know his workout regiment.
It's just basically being just plenty of orange juice and adulterating badass.
King Dedede, perfect thing. It's just the perfect workout. Plenty of juice. Is it All Star? Because I'm not
Yes.
typing it. Okay. Switch. I don't think there's any pictures online yet.
Just put King DDD and you'll find it.
Yeah, probably. I gotta see where I can find it.
Really?
Let's see here.
I'm not seeing it.
Okay, I literally looked up Swole DDD and it's literally the first thing that came up.
I didn't type in swole DDD. Alright, I'm gonna type in swole King DDD. Swole. Yeah, alright, I got it now. Now I have it. It's buffed out King DDD. He just got jacked, people. Dude went to the gym. Like, holy crap. I'm gonna share the screen. See this.
You hear that?
Look at this. Look at this crap. His shirt.
I thought that was you when you ran out of cookies.
Looks like he got fingers in the process.
Okay, let me steal your cookies, Grant. I'm about to steal your cookies. I want to see this.
Look, it is a picture. Damn, King DDD got tired of all the fat shaming. It turned into buff DDD. See, he's just wearing lots of layers. That's what it is. He ain't fat. He's just wearing lots of layers. He's just wearing layers, man. He buffed out. He looks like he. See, the boss battle that they showed in the video looks like he's gonna mess some people up. Just him trying his best to fight Kirby. He's a final boss. You know? And he looks tough, and I can't wait to see the rest of them. Like, if King Dedede is the... he's usually the first boss. And if that is how we start the game, how the hell are we going to end it? Is Meta Knight going to come out with, like, a giant dick and just go like, come at me now?
Oh, shit.
So, like, did everyone go to the same gym? And we're just like, come on, Kirby, get swole! Because Kirby's still just a pink ball of fat. He's adorable and I love him, but looks like you gotta catch up.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Kirby. He was the one who did fuck up Majin Buu.
Which I find bullshit. That was rigged.
Nah, I'm gonna go with it because I like Kirby.
No, that was rigged. I don't give a shit.
Fine, whatever.
They nerfed him.
But I can't wait to see what the hell King Dedede. Like, I want to see how this happened. Like, I hope that they show something. Like, maybe there's just like a bunch of steroids hanging around, muscle milk or something. Like this, I want a king-size tub of muscle milk that King Dedede got into, and then he just breaks out of it, Hulk style, and just goes like, Kirby, you here to mess with a D-ster? Well, you better step on into the ring. Oh yeah. Like, I wanted to get crazy. But speaking of crazy, Kirby and King Dedede's workout regimen is not the craziest thing that happened in that Nintendo Direct. We also learned some more information about Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Mario is a monster and needs to be stopped.
And
Mario has nipples.
Mario needs some nipples.
0 off 10.
Mario can take over the body of anything and anyone he chooses.
Who cares? He's got nipples. 0 out of 10.
Trust me, there's a lot of memes of that. Oh, scary.
Wait, Mario has nipples? What?
Yes, there's
Yeah,
a
you
part
didn't
where it
see
shows him running around in swim shorts and he's got nipples. It's weird.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
That's what's weird, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer it be Captain Lou Albino being half naked?
I'm sorry, but Odyssey was not the highlight for me, and the fact that they showed off Mario's nipples made sure that definitely wasn't. The highlight for me was literally like 30 fucking seconds.
I'm gonna ask what it is in a minute, but yeah, no. Mario can apparently take over about anything he wants as long as it's not wearing a hat. So wear hats, people. Wear a hat, and Mario can't get you.
Nope, he will knock that hat off with his hat.
He can't knock hats off. Not even a hard hat will work.
This is Mario we're talking about.
We need lead hats. We need something to stop him.
Give him mushrooms.
And apparently there's 2 of them. Mario's hat is its own being, and apparently there's 2 of them, and Bowser somehow convinced it to turn into a tiara for Princess Peach. Why he stole the most powerful object in the universe for Princess Peach, I will never know. Like, why he didn't think, oh man, if I put this on my head, I could become a T-Rex and then eat Mario. But nope, gives it to Peach. He didn't think, oh man. You know what? I bet he did think about that. I bet he did think that. You know, he's like, if I can use this hat, I could be a dinosaur. I could be a Tyrannosaurus Rex and eat Mario. And then one of the Goombas just let him know, no, don't do that. Why not? Mario Brothers movie. Crap. I can't be a T-Rex. Oh man, but honestly, one of my favorite one of the things that I kind of like about Mario Odyssey is the worlds. Like just the worlds. You know, it's a normal globe, and the worlds that you go to. It kind of reminds me of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, in a way, and how like random episodes they'd be like in Transylvania Land or Rap Land, you know, or Robot Land. You know, I'm glad that they're changing it up from, you know, the usual Iceland, Giant Land, you know, the basic staples that you usually get. Now they're changing it to New Donk City and City Land or some crap. You know, I like that they're changing it up. And
Don't mention the city; it's too creepy.
the city is creepy. It is. I mean, I guess that means that Mario is there. Is that where he's from?
Like, I wouldn't hate the city if everyone just looked like a kind of more generic version of Mario.
Right? If like people just was like kind of look like Mario. No, they look like The Sims accidentally. Like it's like all the Sim games got farted onto Mario, and like that's just where they left them. They just left them in a Mario game, and they're just like, "Yay, who left these here?"
I so hope it's a Sonic 06 situation and the game just flops. Just taking a beloved like 2D platforming mascot and put them in a real world is just disaster.
I don't think it is the real world. I think what happened is, okay, so you know how Sonic and Mario have worked together in the past? What I think what happened was Mario went over to Sonic's and saw all the people from Sonic 06 just walking around like hobos. It was just like, ah, damn it, I'm going to regret this. Hey, you guys want a job? What? Yeah, you just literally stand in a city. That's all you have to do. Just stand here. Don't talk. Don't talk. No. I do the talking. I am the main character. It's a me, a Mario. That's about it. That's all we get. Okay, you just walk. Okay, all you have to do is walk around the city. That's it. Do nothing else. Do not annoy me. Do not interact with me. And if you can grow a mustache, we have all the happy days. That's your job. That is your job, human from Sonic 06. If you try and mess with my Mario game. I don't... Okay, here's my downside to this game, and I think people might see this downside. If you haven't realized it yet, you need to realize it now. We will not have our classic characters. This does not seem like a world that Luigi will make an appearance. And it doesn't look like Yoshi is going to be needed. As he has been needed before, which I am kind of disappointed in. But at the same time, I don't want to see Mario Yoshi. As hilarious as that would look. But yeah, no, Mario has way too much power. There's a lot of kind of winks at past Sonic games. If you notice in the trailer, there's a nice wink to the Mario 64 when Mario literally jumps into a painting to do quick travel. There's of course 8-bit wall things you can interact with, which is kind of cool. But yeah, no, that Super Mario Odyssey looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Now, Chris, what was the highlight of all of this?
The ending. Okay, no. The actual hype. And it's funny, because none of these are going to give a fuck, because all of these are fucking scrubs. And I am the only true one here.
Bitch, please.
Okay, what?
Lynn was announced for Fire Emblem Warriors. Fangirl. I would have had loud screaming, but my parents are sleeping next door. I know that seems like the least hype thing ever, but like Lynn was the very first Fire Emblem Lord we were introduced to. I even said to Owen earlier that day that she should be in this game, which is mashing up all the Fire Emblem, characters together. And she's now.
We went from Swole King Dedede, Godzilla Mario, to your Scrub Lord.
Yes, these are all Scrub Lords. Lynn is best
No,
girl.
no, no. I'm saying she is a Scrub Lord.
She is not a Scrub Lord.
Oh,
please, no. If we're gonna talk about Fire Emblem and Scrub Lords, fucking Roy. Roy is shit, okay? Retro can't defend it because Retro doesn't have Fire Emblem facts. He's shit. No, but that was like the highlight. Apart from that, what I call it, Octopath Traveler. Really hyped for that game. It's basically Bravely Default.
Was there any third-party support?
Oh yes, Doom and Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. That actually sounds kind of cool. I hope they kind of implement the Switch touchpad a little bit into these games, especially for Doom. It would be nice if I could just click or had like the Necronomicon on the screen, so I can look up things. So I can just. Alright, I want to switch my guns, but I don't want to press this button. Let me just use the touchpad. Or maybe just have the radar for special items. I know that there's usually a radar. Yeah, no, the Nintendo Direct wasn't that impressive, which is disappointing considering that this is... we're getting close to the beginning of the holiday season, which kind of means that this was Nintendo's kind of final way of letting us know, guys, these games are coming. Buy our shit.
Yeah, they did show off coming out on the 1st of December, the new Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Awesome.
Okay, I just want to point something out though. Right, you said not impressive. We're talking about not impressive, and I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I love Xenoblade Chronicles X. But, and I know it's going to sound like I'm hating on this game for a trivial matter, but what's with the voice acting in 2?
Really?
What's with the voice acting? It's so weird. It's it's so bad. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles had, the more, British voice acting, and then, X had a more, American-centric voice acting, and then you just have this one, and the voice acting just seems really weird and out of place and lazy. I don't know, though.
Did I hear something about Supersonico?
No, but Roy's a piece of crap.
Yeah, Roy shit.
Fuck both of you!
Roy shit!
Roy is our boy!
No, right. See, you have to be a new Super Smash Bros., right? And they decided to add Lynn to the roster, whatever. I will actually... I'm not joking. I will actually stream me kicking your ass as Lynn while you play as Roy over and over and over and over.
That sounds like a challenge.
It is totally a challenge.
Alright, buddy, you're on!
It is so a challenge. You have no idea how much of a challenge it is. You have been challenged by oh,
I know. I'm ready.
Get wrecked.
Oh, trust me. The only one that's gonna get wrecked is you! And I shall chant the name. Roy's our boy!
But Roy shit. Roy takes far too long to promote. You have to drag him around on chapters. He's not really that impressive. Lilina is a better lord than he is, because Lilina or Liliana, whoever, just wrecks shit. She's like, lol fam, no, instant kills with a fucking basic ass fire tome. Roy, you give him a reappear, and he's like, what do I do? Where do I stick the pointy end? gets doubled instantly, like misses like a fucking 60% hit.
I will have my revenge.
Roy is like Takumi, Ryoma, Sander, and Leo. Despite the fact I do think that some of them are good units, they are absolutely carried by their unique weapon. That is the same case for Roy. The Binding Blade carries him.
Now I'm going to talk about something that I'm really disappointed that Braxton is not here for, because it involves his precious Sega.
Whoa, wait. Like, don't forget, there is something that Braxton loves to nag about.
No.
Third-party support.
Oh. Yeah, no, we already talked about it. There wasn't like we talked about Doom, we talked about Wolfenstein, which is gonna be all right.
About the
as well as Rocket League as well.
Rocket League, which we also need to talk about in just a few moments. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's a pretty good segue, Owen. Thank you. Rocket League is getting a new autumn update.
Go on.
And I've checked out the trailer for the new autumn update, and it actually looks pretty impressive. We get a new farm arena, and we get a more updated version of some of the other arenas. I think the Thunderdome gets an update, and the Space Arena gets an update. I think it's getting a seasonal kind of update. I don't know. We're also getting a bunch more. I think it's over 90. It said customizable parts for our cars and vehicles. I'm not sure if this is including or not including. There's going to be banners that you can have, like, for your name. It's going to be like a tag banner. Whenever you make a goal, it'll pop up on the screen just like, this goal was made by your name. It'll be a cool banner that's got like a pattern and a color and like an icon that you want to be represented with. The trailer had a pizza. So I'm sure that it'll be a lot of fun. And I've seen some of the customizables. Not a lot of them.
Go on.
But there's going to be, it looks like demon wings for, like, a topper. There's going to be a new, I love this, tacos. There's going to be a taco jet. Tacos. Taco jet. Which I can't wait for. There's going to be new jets. It looks like there's a lava jet. I didn't really pay attention to all the toppers. But I'm very excited what's going on, especially since I'm sure they'll pair very nicely with all the Rick and Morty stuff that they threw in during the last update, which me and Retro have been having a blast with. When the new update comes, we might do a live stream either on this channel, or maybe Retro's channel, or Braxton's channel. It's Braxton Gamer and Retro Knight, of course. Go to their channels, subscribe to them. And
I do not need your publicity. I don't need your free promotion.
Whatever.
I need the publicity. Go to my channel. I make absolutely nothing, but subscribe to me anyway.
Yes. But yeah, no, and yeah, while you're here, subscribe to me. That'd be nice. Definitely hit that like button. But one of us, maybe all three of our channels, you never know. We'll do a hunt. We'll see who can get as the most unlockables in a single live stream. Does that sound good?
That sounds like good.
Sounds like.
It sounds like a pretty fun thing. What if the winner gets a prize?
What prize are we talking about?
The winner gets to see my face.
Deal.
Yeah, deal.
I need to
You
see
just changed the game.
Wait a second. Let me just find the most not me face on the internet.
I
And then
need to
edit
see
it.
it.
No.
This is good.
No. We're
No,
gonna.
I need to see the face.
Seriously, it would be a great. That would actually be a great prize because then the winner can just have bragging rights later and just make crap up about how you look, just to rub it in their faces.
Yeah, that's right. He's black. He sounds it too.
Yeah,
Like,
Scott,
do you
you
not
have to
think
just-
so? He's from Northern Ireland, obviously the most diverse racial country in the world.
We know that.
He's
We
the
know
first
that.
Irish Indian. I just didn't see it coming.
We know that's not true because I know you're white because I saw your white hand.
I need
Shut
to see
up.
this.
Oh yeah, we have no doubt he's white as hell. He's Irish. Come on, Nolan. At best, he's just not ginger, which means he's not as white as he should be.
Yeah, I'm not ginger. I have a soul.
I mean, again, we don't know, but the winner will get to know of our Rocket League competition. I'm sure Braxton will enjoy it.
Yeah, Braxton's definitely not allowed to win then. I don't feel
I
right
must see
with
his
him
face.
having a random picture.
I must see his face. I must.
If Braxton, I don't think Braxton will be winning anything when it comes to Rocket League.
Oh, what was that, Grant? What did you say?
Yeah, I'm calling you out. You can deal with it later, after this podcast. Anyway.
How would you like your ass whooped?
Would be a first time for everything, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to bring up the fact he beat you in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the, what you call it, Cosmos Star Wars deck?
I will have you know.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
that- I will have you know, Chris. Shut up. Okay. That's what I have to say to you, sir. If that is what you are.
Didn't I win that first match with my Gladiator-based deck?
It
I'm
wasn't
pretty
against
sure I
me.
did. I didn't win
Okay.
against you. I had you till near the end. And then you start pulling out bullshit I didn't expect. And we got disconnected like the second round. But like the first round I remember winning.
Anytime you want, I am open to a rematch.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I will love this victory over you forever.
Now, if you
What was
want a
that?
rematch with me, that's a whole different ballgame.
You can't loom this over me for too long because there's a limit when it comes to bragging rights.
No,
Because
you
if you
see,
keep-
I'm just going to uninstall Dev Pro once it like adds the link something mechanic because I can't be bothered dealing with it.
But but what was the other thing I was going to talk about? I was going to talk about something else before Rocket League, but I don't remember. Crap. Oh, I
We're
remember.
telling us about your credit card details.
Right. Very upset that the Sega Survivor, known as Braxton Gamer, is not here to talk about this with me, but it's fine. The return of a great legend. He is back. Although he is not on Team Sega anymore, he has chosen a different, great and mighty reason for fighting.
Billy Hatcher!
And the greatest reason of all is, of course, food. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the return of Segata Sanchero.
Oh. I was hoping it was Billy Hatcher because I want a sequel to that game.
Segata Sanchero. Yes, Segata Sanchero is back in kind of a weird Power Ranger-esque style.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I'd call it that. It has the weird Power Ranger transformations, weird Power Ranger villain kind of feel to it. And Segata is Segata.
Sega!
Now he has not officially used his name as Segata Santero, but it is definitely Segata. He is back promoting the UFO Noodle Company.
Yeah.
Is what Segata is back. So I guess if you're going to be playing Sonic Mania or Sonic any Sonic games, you need to be eating these UFO noodles. Apparently eating them gives you some kind of great power of understanding what you need to do. Segata, in the commercials so far, there's been 2 of them. Segata has broken out of his costume, which is like this weird mech suit, and has gotten back into his fighting gi and has just whooped people's butt. But bear in mind, he's not the main mascot. Main mascot is this other guy he's training to be the great and mighty Segata. I guess. I don't know. I guess Segata brought on an apprentice to be the newest Segata Sancho. Yeah, Segata is back. Very glad that Segata is back. In his weird style of advertisement. Man, we need some of those guys. We need some of those Japanese spokesmen. Man, we need some of those great characters that they're making over there for those companies. You know, I wish we had Pepsi Man. It would be great. But yeah, Sega is back, and I can't think of anything else to talk about other than the final premiere that came on a while back, and the new premiere I think is tomorrow. The premiere of the 2nd episode. We'll be sure to talk about that as well. No, I will. But yes, it was the season premiere, the series premiere, actually. The series premiere of the Orville. McFarlane's kind of space Star Trek parody show. It's hilarious. It is really funny. Seth plays the captain of the Orville, who has been... He's the top in his class. He's the best in his class, but first, second is him walking in on his wife cheating on him. Climaxes through weird gill things in his head. It's like blue goo. Which I'm sure just like gets Chris going. You know, just needs to.
Oh yeah.
But yes, he's top of his class, but after walking in on his wife cheating on him, he kind of steered away from anything that like was an actual importance because he just couldn't mentally handle it, I guess. I'm assuming, I don't really know why he has not done anything. But another thing, but he comes back, he's been offered the Orville, even though he was the best of the best and is kind of turned into a shitty person in general. And he finds an even shittier person to be his main co-pilot, who is a drunk Irishman. I don't know if he's Irish. I'm guessing he's Irish. He might be Irish. I don't know. Makes sense if he would be Irish.
Oh, a Scotsman.
Or a Scotsman. I don't think he's a Scotsman.
Think about Scotty from Star Trek, if they're making it.
It would make sense. He is his best friend. He's a little drunk. He's a big fan of the drink. But he's the best pilot. There's a move. There's like a piloting move that he does in the show that he calls choking the donkey. I didn't know that's what we were calling it nowadays.
Go on.
Yeah, it's called choking the donkey, and he does it perfectly. Apparently. But, you know, that's getting ahead of myself. So Seth is the main pilot of this ship, and he does a pretty good job. And we're introduced to a bunch of people, a character, you know, who's just kind of laid back. You know, the characters literally seem like they're just on the ride for whatever is about to happen. Like, they're not serious. They're not too serious like Star Trek or Star Wars. They're just like, yeah, it's a job. It's a job, dude. It's a job. Like, there's literally a line where Seth is like introducing himself to these guys, and this one co-pilot goes, our last captain allowed us to have like sodas on a bridge, and I just want to make sure that rule was still cool. And he was just like, yeah, sure, just make sure there's a lid on it, and yeah, we're good. Yeah, no, totally. He's just like, cool. Just like, fine, whatever. It was kind of funny because it's just, you don't expect that from this kind of show. Usually you expect, aye, aye, Captain. All that serious science mumbo-jumbo bullcrap that we got from Star Trek. Not insulting Star Trek, of course, Owen. Never. But that show is really good. There's a kind of a Klingon kind of character. He's kind of like Commander Worf. In the sense that he is an alien kind of character. He's very serious. He does not know sarcasm in the best ways. He's very serious, very by the books. His race is an all male gender. Is all males. And in the sneak peek of the following episodes, he will eventually friend, and they will have an egg together. They lay eggs. So, to sum up this character, he's a very serious character who could probably be the main character of this show if we really wanted him to, and his race has technically no gender and lays eggs.
Sounds like a piccolo rice.
So you're telling me it's another species, huh? Another Yoshi, huh?
It is. Yep. It's just like, hey, I have a question for you. Yes, what is it? Are you? I am not a damn Yoshi. You were the 5th person to ask me that since I joined the academy. If you were Yoshi, you would tell me, right? Yes, I would, Captain. Okay. It's like, it's great. I love it. I love this whole show. There's like one alien that seems like it's going to be their cop-out. She's like super strong because her body generates a center of gravity, or her planet's gravity is much different than Earth's. So she's able to be much stronger. So things like aren't as heavy to her, which is kind of cool. And then there's a nurse who is literally the best nurse in like ever. She's the best doctor ever, and she wanted to be assigned to the Orville because she thought it was going to be a great challenge. In other words, she believes that he's going to screw up, and she's going to have her work cut out for her. They're going to screw up. And of course, he has a co-captain on this mighty ship called the Orville that, it's his ex-wife.
Awkward.
Is he being mature about this? Come on, guys. It's Seth MacFarlane. You know he's not being mature. He's kind of being a dick. He's being a jerk about the whole thing. But of course, he comes full circle, and it's just like, all right, fine, I'll accept it. You're great. Whatever. Strictly business, though. And I'm sure every fan is going to be like, I hope they get back together. I hope they get back together. No, I don't. I hope that they spiral down a path of hatred for each other. That's what I hope. I hope the guy she cheated on shows up as like a villain later. Like he planned everything. He planned to seduce her so that he wouldn't be a captain until the Orville came out. Like, I want it to be like the most stupidest thing ever. I want it to be stupid. Yes, the show is very good. I enjoy the show. I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. And I very much encourage you to watch it, especially you, Owen.
Oh, you know me, I will do.
Especially you. It is very funny. It is very Star Trek-esque in its themes and jokes that it makes. There's a lot of Star Trek kind of stuff, and eventually I'm sure they'll make references. Eventually. They didn't make a lot of references in this one, mainly because we were just getting introduced to the characters, but I'm sure next episode there's gonna be a reference. There's gonna be a reference. I feel it. I feel it in my gut. You know. Let me see. Is there anything else to talk about? Anyone?
Yeah, I was gonna do a review on the latest Monster Hunter title that came out like this week, or like last week. I just got it this week. I've been playing Monsters and Stories for the last 40 hours so far. The game plays a bit like Pokemon mechanics, but with like rock, paper, scissors. And shall we say the gameplay is very, very addictive.
You don't say.
Yes. And the way you actually get these monsters in the game is basically finding a nest, picking a random egg, and then if there's like a monster guarding the egg, you just take it down with your first monster. Storyline plot is basically like Pokemon stuff, basically. Friendship, basically. Power of friendship. Bonding with your monsters.
Magic.
Exactly. And yeah, so the characters, like in the game, the first character you have as a companion is a cat called Naviru. And he just does a lot of cat puns and he's adorable.
Cat puns?
Yeah.
When you enter a boss battle, does he say that this is a catastrophe?
Yes. And he says, and every time you do your ultimate attack, this is perfect. Yes, and you have like Dragon Ball Z style power struggle battles as well. So you got to button bash certain buttons.
I'm loving this more and more. All you had to say was that there's a cat that makes cat puns.
Yeah, and I did this on this game. If you have if you have like Monster Hunter Generations, Naru will get a armor set, and you can get a weapon, the Glavius Sword and Shield, which has like a crazy amount of stats for the first level of its equipment. And yeah, there is a lot of badass monsters. There is an anime of the game as well. It's called Monster Hunter Stories. It's already out in English. You might like the anime. The anime is a bit slower than the game. The game is much quicker, type of thing. And you can customize how your hunter looks like hairstyles and stuff like that. And they have like online like battles as well. Play against other players online.
You don't say.
Yes, and the special attacks are just ridiculous. With your team up attacks with your monsters. There's like one, I got like this bear one. Basically, you jump on your bear's back, and he tries to catch you a fish or two fishes with its paws, jumps in midair, and just does Wolverine claw style attacks for a weird, wacky animation type of thing. There's some ridiculous battle animations, and some of them are just so badass. You're like, yeah, I want to keep that monster on my team. I still haven't got a Thunder Puppy yet. Yeah, so if I remember, if this is, just remember, people, this is not actually part of the Monster Hunter franchise. Or it's a spin-off title, but it's one of the funnest spin-off titles you can get for your 3DS. And I would recommend it if you are a Monster Hunter fan, or you want to get like your younger relatives to like 8-year-old kids to play it, and then when I get older, I go, I want to play the proper Monster Hunter games.
And then they will have no lives.
We can't say much for Final Fantasy, mate.
But at least that's got the MMO title. You expect it to be addictive.
So it's Monster Hunter, so equally addictive. Oh yes, and mentioning about other Monster Hunter title games, oh yes. Sometime this week, maybe Wednesday, when I have my Switch, hopefully for my birthday, because I will be doing some birthday streams, I will be streaming on maybe on Twitch or YouTube of like the first part of Monster Hunter Double Cross. I will have the Google Translator ready with me on standby for Japanese. Because the game's not even released yet in English yet, sadly. But I will be doing that as well as Cards Against Humanity during that later that evening.
You thought there were things that you couldn't be offended by. But I will find them.
Yes. So we'll be playing Cards Against Humanity in that with a few of our closest colleagues from the Talking and Chilling crew and a few close friends from the Scrub Brigade group.
You do not want to introduce him. Him.
Oh, we do. Oh, we do.
No. You see, I have a habit of already pissing people off, and you want to introduce that wild card.
Yes.
I am merely the prelude to the apocalypse.
Oh yes, and as well, I might do is mid-afternoon or early evening, maybe a few hours on Twitch, a couple of hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Pro to warm up the events, shall we say?
If he invites us, just so you know, you're going to expect him to get a good duel against them too, and then me just crying for like the 10 minutes, going, "End it, please."
Singing. What was I thinking? Wake me up inside.
Trust me, there's gonna be a no-hold bar.
Oh,
like,
yes.
them two will provide a challenge, and I'll just sit there and cry and be like, "Is it over yet?"
We'll be fair on you. I will make a simple rule. We only can use our weakest deck against you.
No.
Oh, fine.
No, that's like
No.
that's
I
like
will not. I will
No,
not
no.
accept hand-me-outs. I will
No,
lose
you
like a
Saying
champion.
you want us to go full throttle, Chris?
Lose like a champion. Look, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm the Krillin. I'm happy enough to accept that.
Wait, Krillin, are you sure?
no.
No,
In
he's
his defense, Krillin is pretty powerful.
no. Chris is basically the Tristan of the group.
Wait,
Excuse
whoa!
me, bitch. I will not accept your Yu-Gi-Oh slang.
No.
I could say Joey, but no.
If I'm anyone, I'm Pegasus because I'm fabulous as fuck. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Which one of us, hold it now. Which one of us actually uses a tune deck?
Now you hold on here. Which one of us actually has the orientation to sit the personality?
Well, he's straight.
Yeah, they say.
He literally was drove
Beard.
into madness because he was
Beard.
in love with a woman.
Beard.
I have a beard too.
Beard. I don't think you know what I'm using. What I mean. I mean, as in beard, as in like marriage of convenience. Beard.
Type of thing. So yeah, I will make, if the new ban list does come out the time I air this, I will give people enough chance to re-edit their decks if they need to be re-edited.
Nah.
I suppose I could put in a troll card just for Chris.
I might just make a new deck. I've got an idea for a new deck, so I might just make that. It'll probably be really shit, but I'll make it.
Well, I mean, Chris, let's be honest. Anything you touch will turn to shit.
Not really if he has mine and Andrew's feedback.
Yes, but I'm going to say that he's not allowed to get your feedback.
My rules, my birthday that day. Say, nah.
As long as your buddy does not use the freaking secret of the village, I'll be fine.
I love that card. Of everything he has on his deck, that is the one thing I can manage.
But not the left hand though.
I can't handle the left hand, but like the village is nothing to me.
The left hand, I can deal with that no problem because I can also use that to my advantage. But with the freaking village, come on!
The village is easy. I just need to force. Need to force a battle that I can win.
I have to agree with Retro on this. One village is bad enough.
But don't forget Bulma.
No.
You also need to consider he tends to keep Trick Clown out, something that cannot do anything. I just need to force a battle, and then I could switch over to the bird thing that can destroy a spell card. That's why village. That's why village doesn't have a problem. As much of an issue for me.
If I don't have Eric in my hand,
you're not allowed to use him. Okay.
Now here's our problem with this thing. Left hand, no problem with that. Kaiku, I'm gonna have some issues with him, but I'm not gonna hate him as much as I hate the freaking village.
Don't forget Lady Foxy.
Oh yeah, your Foxy is a royal pain in the ass. Why did Konami limit her?
Like I remember seeing
Yu-Gi-Oh! Owen would be very sad. Retro. It's
then Owen's gonna have to adapt. Have you seen what he can do?
Like I've seen the clip in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where like that stupid little kid's like, hey, let me see your Exodia cards or whatever, and then like he throws him overboard. That's like me and Retro with his little stupid fox card.
Oh yeah.
Fuck moral static. You're not playing this.
Say goodbye to Foxy!
I do have multiple copies of her, you know that, right?
Say goodbye to multiple copies of Foxy!
Anywho, as we're getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Tech Talk, I believe we have reached the
climax.
Yes, the
climax
of this precious thing.
Oh yes.
Wait, we're near climax, so I didn't know we were doing this now.
Oh wait, what's going on? Who again? Who's it? What?
I didn't know we were having a wank call. Why didn't you tell me?
Wait, where did this come from? Where the hell did this come from?
To be fair, Gran walked into it. You cannot expect language like that around me and for me not to use it to discredit you in some way.
Anywho's it. But yes, we've come to the end, the climax of this marvelous podcast. I am the Grand Blue, as you know, and Yami Owen.
I'd like to thank again Grand Blue and the others for joining for this wonderful podcast. I hopefully see you guys on Wednesday night and maybe Wednesday afternoon. And everyone just be safe. Do not do anything I wouldn't be doing. And, and have a fun evening, morning, or afternoon when you've been watching this.
Especially Bleach. He loves drinking bleach.
Shut up. Go on now.
Retro.
It's your boy Retro Knight here, your Oreo Gamer here. Can I say this has been an interesting Talking and Chilling podcast, and tune in next time on Yami Owen's Twitch stream while I, Retro Knight, also known as Lord Explosion Murder, slaughter everyone in Yu-Gi-Oh!
You know you haven't earned that name.
Oh, trust me.
Trust
me. The moment you summon your field spell, it goes kaboom.
You know that is going to be a tag team tournament, right?
Ooh.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'll get both of you if I got to.
Wait, who are you teaming up with?
I'm teaming up with my sensei, Andrew.
Huh. Retro?
Grand.
I believe it's time for Lord Explosion Murder and the mighty Deku to join forces.
I'll
You
be
know
like,
I don't like joining forces.
I'll be like-
I'm only here to win it.
I'll be like the Teo on the sidelines. I'll just be like, the power of our friendship can get you through this.
Shut up! Friendship doesn't get us anywhere.
Though the only time I play, I win just because the other person feels sympathetic for me.
and if my friend Andrew doesn't have his laptop, I will have Chris as my backup.
No. I
I already prepared you a deck already, and I will teach you how to use it.
No.
He's just already knowing.
No.
Are you scared?
Holds up really weak as fuck card. If this card was only as powerful as my ego.
You should be afraid. Very, very afraid.
Please, bitch. Unlike everyone else here, I've got to win over you.
Yeah.
You're the least intimidating one.
Actually, they never mind. Whatever. Point is, Chris, it's time for your outro.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Well, we're gonna end this on a non-depressing note. So until next time, I'm the Grand Blue. These are all the
The
people.
cold embrace of death is slowly creeping.